Hello, this is World University and Schools live hangout on air on Monday, March 4th, 2019. And this week, as we see if participants will join us in this 10-person Google group video live hangout on air, I'd like to share a little news and some updates about World University and School. I'm glad that Ajit Mishra in Northeast India in West Bengal added his supply chain courses and related resources to World University and School's older wiki, Wikia, which will become something we'll have to explore developing and how, as World University and School connects our front end new WUaS Miraheza MediaWiki with our back end Wikidata Wikibase in 300 languages, structured knowledge database is what the back end is and affords a possibility to ask all kinds of interesting fact-based and knowledge-based questions using a querying language that will then open onto the front end of World University and School's wiki. So all the subjects at World University and School will have this knowledge resource. So where Ajit Mishra's courses fit in, we're seeking to offer facilitate highest quality online resources in free and open in our wiki. Is another question. It will be a development process with curation. So that's one bit of news as we wait to see if people will join us. And our World University and School is exploring how the blockchain ledger works as a learning process as well. And with regard to the blockchain ledger, it does three things. It works on transactions and stores transactions in a chain of blocks, hence the name blockchain ledger. The second thing it does is it facilitates trust in the data in individual blocks, because to add a single block to a blockchain, the process involves first solving a complex cryptographic puzzle and a number of other mathematically related steps, cryptographically related steps that help ensure trust. I'm sure these will develop as hackers try to work their way in, but it's a remarkable potential step forward with trusting data. And the third thing it does is, because these blockchain ledgers will increase trust, they potentially can reduce number of middlemen, middle people, bankers and lawyers, for example, because the blockchain itself will do their work. And these are remarkable potential developments. Take the example of a house in Vermont over the past 110 years that might have been sold 7 times. And each time there was a sale, there was a transaction, and the data would have, in Vermont, in perhaps a Vermont state office, that transaction would have been recorded. And potentially the state of the house too could have been recorded in any given transaction in a Vermont state government office. If that was all encoded in a block, each time the house might be sold in the future, then that data would be more secure. And eventually, like a physical ledger in Vermont in a state government office, the actual ledger itself would potentially gain value. So there would be an opportunity to, at some point, even sell the ledger, the physical paper ledger, and possibly the blockchain ledger as well, to either, for example, insurance companies or also museums, for example. So if you begin to develop a single blockchain for a particular single automobile with all its parts, and whenever that automobile is sold, a block might be added to that single automobile's blockchain. That increases the potential for blockchain. And if you add machine learning to this blockchain ledger process, all kinds of developments, advances, usefulnesses, and potential additions to a transactional process that would lessen middle people and increase trust in very interesting ways. I'll post something about this below this video this morning, also some recent blog posts, and wanted to share these two updates that people are adding to World University and Schools Wiki, the older wiki in this case, with some courses they teach in India. And that's great. And World University and School will have to figure out how to curate these with our focus on free and open and highest quality, and also the benefits of people adding their knowledgeware. And second, blockchain is, Ledger is a remarkable potential on the horizon. And even with a single book in the WUaS Press, published by the WUaS Press and sold in the WUaS bookstore, it might be in the form of a PDF file, but for blockchain. And when, for example, Naked Harbin Ethnography, a book that the World University and School Press has published, might be bought by 20 students in an online course in the form of a PDF. Each of those sales might be recorded in a blockchain for Naked Harbin Ethnography. And then when a student might sell the book again to another student in the future, that block might be added to the same single Naked Harbin Ethnography blockchain, thus increasing intellectual property rights and also potentially facilitating a kind of blockchain, or being an example of how a blockchain copyright exchange ledger might work. So those are the two updates I wanted to share with you. Since people haven't joined us this morning, please stay tuned to twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH. Same YouTube feed name, youtube.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH. I'm Scott McLeod. Info@worlduniversityandschool.org if you have questions. we're proceeding with accreditation with the state of California, having gotten the green light at a workshop 10 days ago, and are seeking 500 students this autumn online, undergraduate students in English from all around the world. Please stay tuned as we accredit further and first get licensed and then accredit for free to students online MIT OpenCourseWare centric bachelor's degrees, second class seeking to accredit World University and School beginning this autumn online. Thanks. Next week, March 11th, Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. in the British Isles. For example, the next World University and School Live Hangout will happen, and come join us. See you and World University and School Live Hangout on air. Thank you.